Hello there, I'm Gwenann Harve Barton. My PhD research is focused on personality type and how this influences various areas of cognition. I'll be talking to you today about World Introvert Day, a day where introverts across the globe can recharge and have some peace after what has been a very busy year and festive period. It's also an opportunity to gain a better understanding of introverts. So you might be wondering, what does it mean to be an introvert? Many of you may have heard the term introvert used in everyday conversations, but the term introvert within the context of personality research in psychology has very specific definitions and meaning. Introversion is often confused with shyness, which is a different psychological concept. Instead, introversion is more concerned with how individuals respond to stimulation. The understanding of introversion within the psychological literature, however, often depends on the branch of personality that you're examining it from. For example, whether it's a trait or a type-based theory. A trait theory perspective focuses on viewing individuals as being placed along a continuum on each dimension of personality. Each trait is a universal psychological structure that each individual has in differing amounts. The theory is operationalised through psychometric tests. These allow the theory to be tested and can be used in trait-based research to measure how much introversion or extroversion a person has. According to the 5-factor model of personality, those with a low score on the extroversion scale, and are therefore more introverted, are described as reserved, quiet and aloof. Psychological type, on the other hand, focuses on a preference-based approach. Psychological type theory has also been operationalised by researchers and is explored through psychometric tests. The type theory suggests that a preference for introversion or extroversion concerns where individuals draw their energy from, whether it be their external world if they're an extrovert, or an inner world of thoughts and ideas if they're an introvert. Introverts from a personality type or psychological type perspective, however, are seen to be reflective. They consider deeply before acting. They usually have a few deep friendships, look inwardly for stimulation, and focus on ideas, concepts and inner impressions. They're often happier working alone and can be drained by too many people. They have a need to re-energise or recharge by being on their own. Type personality theory also looks at something called type dynamics, which explore how different components of the personality interact with one another. But I'll leave that for another time. It's important to remember that introverts and extroverts present themselves to the world in different ways and can often misunderstand one another. But introverts and extroverts can complement each other's skills and perspectives throughout life. Introverts, for example, can help extroverts to see the value in solitude with listening to others and to encourage them to keep going when engaged in monotonous tasks. Something really interesting is that when introverts finally voice their thoughts, it's usually something they've thought about and come to a final decision on over a period of time. That thought process is very much internalised. Introversion and extroversion have been explored among a variety of research contexts over many decades. I thought it might be helpful to note a few interesting findings from the psychological literature that you might find of some value. According to an article in the Journal of Language and Social Psychology, researchers have suggested that personality can influence the use of language. Their study noted that introverts tend to use more concrete words and are more precise, whereas extroverts tend to use words that are more abstract and vague. There's also research that's been conducted to help us understand how individual differences may contribute towards visitors' experiences and appreciation of tourist destinations. A study based on the work of our very own Professor Mandy Robbins and colleagues noted that cathedrals, for example, attract more individuals with a psychological type preference for introversion than extroversion. There's also some really interesting research that explores the impact of personality traits on geographical preference. An article in the Journal of Research and Personality in 2020 suggested that those who are low in extroversion scores, so those who are more introverted, tended to choose more secluded geographical locations and spaces. Something that's also become very prevalent over the last year or so for many of us is remote working. There's been a number of studies published in psychological literature about personality, remote working or working at home, and burnout. There's an interesting read in The Psychologist from our accrediting body, the British Psychological Society, on this topic, with particular reference to introversion and extroversion. I'll see if I can link that in the accompanying post. A final note to end on, for those introverts out there, from one introvert here to another. Take care today, rest and recharge your batteries, ready for the year ahead. Bye for now.